The battle for Champions League football goes down to the final day in the Premier League with 5 teams looking to secure their spot in next season's competition, and the talkSPORT network has all the important games covered. Man United against Villa, that's live on talkSPORT. Newcastle v Everton is on talkSPORT 2. Fulham v City is on Talk Radio, and we'll keep you up to date with Chelsea's trip to Forest. All those games, of course, kick off at 4 p.m. Just download the all-new talkSPORT app and head to the Live Games tab so you don't miss a thing. Another game that takes place on Sunday sees Liverpool, of course champions, host the FA Cup winners Crystal Palace, when of course they'll get their hands on that trophy, the Premier League one. And if he plays, it will also be the last time Trent Alexander-Arnold pulls on a Liverpool shirt before leaving on a freebie. His boss Arne, he's been speaking to the media ahead of the game and had some interesting things to say about his fullback.
I think Mo said already a few things about why he was in my office in pre-season, and there were similar reasons why Trent was in my office in the beginning of the season. No, maybe he said it himself, and he's going to leave either way, so why not telling it? So maybe it's already a first gift I can give Xabi Alonso, but I wasn't completely happy with every single minute how he was on the training ground. So in my opinion, he could, in certain moments, he could do a bit more, to say it mildly.
So there you go. Xabi Alonso's the new Real Madrid manager. Yeah. That wasn't out there before that. What do you make of that from Slot?
It's a little bit just, you're almost throwing more fuel onto a fire, because Liverpool fans are not happy with him, and listen, that's up to them. They're not happy that one of their owners is deciding to leave for a European rival, and okay, that's fair enough. They got no fee for him. I think that's what's really ticked off some Liverpool fans. But Arne Slot can just go, listen, he's made a decision, it's done now, we know what we're doing, he's moving to Real Madrid, we kind of move on from it. But when you start then throwing him under the bus a little bit by saying about his training regime on the training pitch, he wasn't happy with him in training, what basically he's alluding to is that he's wanting to go to Real Madrid to be down tools. That's what it pretty much sounds like. And if you're a Liverpool fan, they don't need any more ammunition. We saw what happened when he came onto the pitch and he got absolutely booed off the park. When you then throw this in as well by going, I wasn't completely happy with everything on the training pitch, you're almost saying, listen, he threw his toys at the Prem, he wanted to go to Real Madrid, so he didn't train properly. Liverpool fans will hear that and go, okay, so now he's not even applying himself right. I think it's a big decision as to what happens with him on Sunday, because I'm sure Trent and his family would love to go to the game at the weekend on Sunday and get that send off that he deserves, because he's not been a bit part player. He's been a huge player for that football club. Like in terms of that club's history, he's there as part of the ones that won Champions Leagues, their first Premier League in such a long time, winning every trophy there is to win, another Premier League title this season, and then he's going to go there on Sunday, and I hope the majority of them are claps and cheers and they sing his name and they give him the send off that he wants. I don't think it's going to happen. But it's even a conversation, what does he have with his family? Because they're like, do you want us to come? It's almost like, do I really want you to be there though? Because if I'm going to get booed, I don't know if he's got young children or not, I don't know, or misses, but if he has, or even his parents or his family situation, it's a tough situation, because you go, I really want you to be there, but I don't think it's going to be the send-off that we hope. Like, if it's going to be one of them where him and all his family can go into the middle of the pitch and everyone cheers and he gives them a wave and says thank you, and give him the mic, brilliant. That's not going to be the case.
It's really sad, isn't it?
It's sad.
Really sad, because he's a great servant. He's been there since he was a kid. He's their greatest ever right back.
Yeah.
He's one of the Premier League's greatest ever players. Certainly in that position, goes without saying.
Do you know what's funny as well? Sorry, you know when you go to a football club, like when I got to Ipswich, I was given a brochure, right? Like you get given like a programme of this is what Ipswich Town is. And on the front of the programme was like Kieran Dyer, Richard Wright, James Scowcroft, Titus Bramble, all guys that had come from the youth team as a young kid and gone all the way through the youth system and got to the first team, played in the first team, and it's almost a little bit inspiring. So when you've got the same situation at Liverpool with Trent, you look at a young kid from Liverpool and then you look at what Trent's done, the youth team, been there such a long time, and then getting into the first team, playing for his country, winning the Premier League title, winning the European Cup. It shows that it's possible. So it feels even more sad that it's going to end this way, because he's been there like for you to be a football club from 10 years old all the way to the first team, you have to be so lucky. You work hard, but you have to be so lucky in terms of injury, being in the right place at the right time, not falling out of love with it, distractions, dedication. There's so much that can go wrong in that timeline, and it hasn't for him. So you just think to yourself, he's put all that hard work in, he's given Liverpool so many highs, that for it to end as sour as it seems like it's going to, it's awful.
Where I feel, if I was Trent, I'd be let down by the club. You've got the manager that's come out, Benzie.
Yeah, listen.
I know, but you're not looking. It's very difficult to have a conversation with someone. They're looking away from you, right? That's better. Where he's come out, and he said all these things, which are really negative.
Yeah.
And what he should be saying, he should be coming out and saying, listen, he's been an unbelievable player for Liverpool. I really hope all the Liverpool fans give him the send-off he deserves. They should be clapping him. I don't want to hear any boos. We all love Trent. He's brilliant.
Or he can even say all that, and he'll go, listen, he's helped me settle in my first year, helped me, big part of why we've won the Premier League title. Yeah. But they're laughing and joking and giving I'm not happy with everything you've done on the training pitch. It's unnecessary.
Terrible.
Because he's not going to be there next year.
How would you feel if you're a Liverpool player in that dressing room, right? And you get on with the manager, but you see that's how he reacts to someone he's fallen out with. Does that make a difference?
Not particularly.
Because he's thrown your teammate under the bus. Yeah, like if it was me and you, right? Me and you are teammates, and I've left, and we're good pals, right? Yeah. And then you've gone, I don't like the way he's dealt with Goldstein. That's a bit weird. Would that not bother you? It
would bother me a little bit, but again, football is different, isn't it? You know what it's like. It's just a little bit of a different environment, I'd say. But I think what the dressing room is, though, is like a brotherhood. So they will all gather around Trent, and like you'll get some going like, what do you want to do? And I hope they let him make the decision, because
what do you think the right thing to do? I think start him, right? Because if you bring him, I think he's less. We talked about this. Ryan's a Liverpool fan, right? And so the insight he gave us, Ryan, was he's less likely to get booed if he starts, whereas if he comes on 70 minutes...
Yeah, he's a centre of attention.
But what would you do with him, and what would you do, and what do you think will happen with him?
I would probably start him, but the way Arne starts talking, he won't start. But also, what the trophy lift. I think if I'm Trent, I'm doing it. I've been a big part of this club as to why they've won another Premier League title. Boom who you want. I am going to lift that Premier League title. And I'd like to think there's loads of people in there that once they see everyone lifting the Premier League trophy, it gets a nice send-off. Like, I get it, they're hurting. That's why there's so much around it, because not only is he a phenomenal player, like one of technically probably the best fullback we've ever seen, he came through the youth system, he's one of their own, and he's choosing to leave. So I think when you're in there...
every right to choose that.
He has. So I'd like to think that there's going to be people in there that go, do you know what? Let's just give him a send-off. Give him the send-off he deserves. I'd hate for him to go up there, lift the trophy up, and then get booed by everyone.
Do you know, every Liverpool fan that I've spoken to on talkSPORT, they've all said, I hope it doesn't happen. We haven't booed him. I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
If you're a Liverpool fan listening and you're thinking, I am going to boo him, right? And you're sensible and you want to phone up and explain why, then we'd like to hear from you. Yeah. 03717 222334. Also, Liverpool fans, tell me a bit about how you think your manager's dealt with this situation.
Yeah.
Because I think he could have easily come out and said, listen, let's give him the send-off he deserves. Been a great servant for Liverpool. One of the best players we've ever had. We love him. Please do not boo him.
And he's helped me as well my first season settling.
Yeah.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.